Alright. So, good morning, everybody. This is Railroad Preserver 2000 here. Back again doing another live stream on Bright Sun Films Creative. And today I'm going to be starting what will be my 6th custom build. Only this time I have photographic reference. This is an old service station that I guess was either in Talmo or probably relocated to Talmo that I ended up stopping to visit on one of my driving outings with my Nissan. And Talmo's like a really, really small town. It's literally only got a few buildings and then that's it. But I chose this service station because it's small. I've got photographic reference of it. Albeit very poorly done references. I'm probably going to go back in my drive and re-download. What I'm going to do, actually, scratch that, I'm going to go into Discord and re-download those. Oh, shout out to the Bright Sun Films thing. And since the photographs are on the staff server, I'm going to have to use my old school censoring technique, which is putting a hand over the camera. Yeah, letting them know that I'm streaming, but that I'm not showing the chat, because basically the staff chat is not a public chat. Nope, they don't want anybody who plays the game to see it, because, well, for obvious reasons, they do not want their models leaked. So, yeah. I'm just scrolling up through the archives, mainly the photographic archive, where I've posted literally 99% of the reference material. Like 99% of the reference material in this channel is literally stuff I've posted. Oh man, I wish I could show it to you guys, but I can't. I will say, I have a photograph of an old school in Bishop, or not Bishop, listen to me talk, in Monroe, that I want to try and build one day, but I'll need some help. Right now I'm going to open those pictures of it up, that I've got of it up, and I'm going to just utilize them for later. I've got to continue scrolling up, though, to find the photographs I sent of Talmo, because they're older photos. That was all of my photographs that I took of trains and buildings. That was some of the first stuff I actually posted to the staff channel. Because I figured, if they're going to start, if they're needing buildings or stuff they could reference for, like, buildings they could model, or then, I have some stuff they could, at my disposal, that they could use. I mean, I could probably show y'all a document, because I made a document showing all this reference material that I had both in this chat and what I've added since in the document only. Because there's a good bit. Yeah, I've made it to the photographs I sent them now. Various buildings, bridges, rail lines, etc. Homes, stores, water towers. I mean, it's just everything, really. There's even an old powerhouse or two. I tell you, one thing I would love for them to model is this, I'll open the image so you can see it, I can open the image here so you guys can see it. It's this gondola that I photographed in Bogart, Georgia. CSX had it parked on a siding. And you can see the obvious reason why I'd like for it to be in the game. It's got grass growing in it. I was only able to get 2 pictures of it because when I went back, and the next time I went back to try and get pictures, they had already hauled it off. Oh well. Can't be helped. No country life. I want to, though. That's one of the railroads here in Georgia that I've yet to go on. Actually, there's a lot of them that I haven't gone on. The Stone Mountain Road is one of them. And Stone Mountain's literally at my back door, so to speak. I could go up there. My parents and I could go up there anytime, but, you know, we don't. We don't. Yeah, it's like with my parents and all, due to us being busy or just other factors, we're usually not able to travel much. That's why you see my dad's mother and I usually doing all the traveling. Excuse me. We're getting close here, I would imagine. Because I only got 3 photographs of that station in Talmo. I'd probably need to go back to get further photographs, but that's probably going to be for another day, so to speak. And after I've gotten back into the swing of things with driving, because I'm worried my fear that I had about all of it returned after that wreck. I mean, I've said it best. I could probably drive from, say, my hometown to Comer and back on my own. Maybe around my hometown on my own, but anywhere farther than Comer, I'm going to have somebody with me. Oh, here we go. Now I'm in Talmo. Let's see. Yeah, here we are. There's the station. Service station. Yeah, because these photos are the larger prints. So that means I have got proper imagery that I can use at my disposal for referencing. Now, I will say the gas pumps are probably going to be the more difficult bit. Alright. And the building... Thank you, Wesley. Yeah, the building is facing, like the Whistle Stop Cafe, diagonally towards the tracks, but for the sake of the recreation, I'm going to just have it built so that it's just straight. Because the building is basically a straight design. So I don't think it'd be too much of a problem. It's got, I mean, it's really just, I think, a simple store. But if I had to guess, I think it's either that or that somebody just rebuilt to what may have been here. I don't know. I know when I recorded this, it looked like there was another foundation for where there would have been another set of gas pumps at one point. So I don't know if maybe that was the original service station or if this was. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. Hold on, because I'm going to censor it again because I don't know if the Discord thing will show up or not. But yeah, this old high school is my next project. Don't know if I'll be able to build it. But if I'm able to, I'm probably only going to just try and build the facade. Or maybe have some help. I know Retro Station has almost a very similar design to this. So maybe he and I could work on this this could probably be one where he and I work on it together. I don't know, unless he's designing it off, unless he designed the station off the school. If he did, I'm going to be stunned. Another image of the front facade. You've got some lamps out front. Right there and there. They're gas lamps. Now that would be a bit of a difficult bit. These diamond-shaped stones. I could probably do them in-game, but it'd be difficult. Probably with item frames. As for this, there'd probably be a set of a 1x1 high and wide bit of glass. Probably 2 there. Maybe 3 there. I don't know. I mean, the fact is, this building is going to be a lot bigger in Minecraft because of the difference in scaling. But other than that, it'll be the same. Or as close as I can get it. I don't know. I mean, this old school is a kind of one of those projects where it'll be like, I either build it or I don't. It depends on if I want to do it. Or if I feel like doing it. Yeah, and here's some of the reference material I sent the development team. This is all for, what I'm on currently is all for the White Pass and Yukon route. And you can see I've got, measurements and all as many. I mean, no joke. This here is all of the information I was able to find for the railroad regarding, the history, the equipment, the locomotives, the passenger cars, freight cars, etc. I was even able to find a few blueprints for the old steel bridge that they later bypassed in the 60s. So, there you go. Actually, there's a photo showing Engine 73 crossing that bridge. I don't know. Here, let me scroll down. Let me show you guys. By the way, this is what the railroad looked like in its freight years, if y'all were curious. It actually outlasted the Colorado narrow gauge, the little bit that was still going in the 70s. This kept going in revenue service until 1982. Yeah, there's the steel bridge, and here's the picture. Now, I don't know if that was taken in the 70s, in like the 80s, but if it was, well, then it would make sense because steam had been retired by 1954 and they brought 73 back into service in 1982, the same year the railroad closed. So this must have been, I think, a few months beforehand. But I don't get why they would have had the trackage leading to the old bridge unless they didn't tear the tracks up until later on, which would make sense. I don't know, maybe they had it so if you say one bridge got knocked out, they'd still have another way to carry trains across the canyon. But I know now they no longer have trains going across it. The tracks are ripped up, and actually this timber portion, right where it gets to the steel part, has started to collapse. And this bit is slowly washing out. But I've seen the bridge in person. I know the steel span is holding up. The wood parts are what's failing. I mean, if they wanted to get this bridge back in service, which I doubt they will due to its age, and the fact that it hasn't really been maintained since it was bypassed. But if, say it was, if they were to, say, revive or revitalize it or rehabilitate it, they'd probably have to strengthen the existing steel span, probably with better and higher grade steel, and they'd probably have to put some kind of steel bridge in the place of where the wood approaches are. It'd cost a good bit, yes, but I can. It'd be neat, but I can dream. But I can understand why they bypassed it, because when they got the newer locomotives in 1969, 1970, they weighed more than the bridge could handle. They were over the bridge's designed weight limit, so I can understand why they'd bypass it. They would not want that thing coming down, especially with, a train with, say, 4, possibly 8 crewmen. Two in the engine, probably 3 or 4 guys in the caboose, if they had one. So, I mean, I can see why they'd bypass it. But enough of this. Back to the build. And I'm pretty sure those guys are going to be a bit annoyed that I showed part of the reference document. But hey, I say better that than the than the server. Also, speaking of reference material, I'm just going to add this to the list of stuff that you know could be looked at later. Yeah, I'm just getting past the Blue Comet. Actually, that's going to go in the livery section. I've got a livery section with just photos of different railroad liveries. But here's something interesting. This is the depot in Crawford that I photographed and actually got a spike from. And this is when it was still in use by the railroad. So there was 2 tracks. One siding for the station, and then the main line was the other track. Now this shows the station probably from the earliest photo of it to about 1982, shortly before they took the tracks up. This is during the Georgia Railroad era, and that railroad, of course, merged a year after this photo here was taken. This one down here is one I took, because there's my red Nissan that's since been wrecked. But for reference, there, where this handicap ramp is here, the track would have probably been right around in here. I mean, they would have had to build that, say, to the same specifications and dimensions as the old loading ramp. But the track would have been in this grassy field here. And of course the road beside it is still there, it's just been paved. And I actually still have the spike I recovered. I've got it in situ right now. It's currently in my drawer, my desk, along with 2 other, I guess, artifacts. And I've got them so that whenever the Chamber of Commerce reopens the depot, I can go by and drop it and give it to them so they can put it on display. Because they told me via email that they had found other artifacts that they've put into, I guess, storage so that they can get them on display later. So, yeah, if and when they're open, I'm going to see if I can go by there and drop off the spike. Because I didn't expect to find one. I thought when they ripped the tracks up that there wouldn't be anything left. Because this is CSX. This is a Class 1 railroad that ripped up the rail line. When they rip something like that up, they usually don't drop anything. So I can understand, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if you dug around a little bit, you'd find spikes that had already been buried. Ones that they just pulled up earlier in previous years and just left there. But you'd need a good metal detector or a good magnet for that. But yeah, that's fairly it. Also, I'm going to copy this image and I'm going to put it in reference pictures so that I can get it later on today. C, Control V. Oh, for God's sakes. Alright, scratch that. I'm having to do this now. Here we are, the livery section. Excuse me. Now there's got to be at least 40 to 50 different railroads represented here. Earlier Class 1s in the lot. That is that. Also, welcome to RP2K.GA. Also, welcome to RP2K.GA FM radio. All hits, all time. If I ever had a radio station, I guarantee you that would be its call sign. RP2KGA. RP2KGA. Or something like that, I don't know. Probably GAR2 RP. GARP2K. That would probably be its call sign if I ever did such a thing. Also, for anyone on my server, I am currently in the game streaming chat. Just letting you know. What is with the cat gifs? I don't understand. Alright. So, normally I would be doing screenshots, but this time I'm making a bit of an exception. Right. So I want to put some distance in between the builds. So let's say there's a kind of 3x3 alleyway here, alright? That's what these anvils represent. There's an alleyway here. So that's a kind of buffer zone, so to speak. I'm going to try and build this first and get it detailed. I love it. It's like you've got a modern retail building, and then you've got this gigantic beauty of a building that Jesse built. Yes, Jesse Gillette built this, so... And I've already made my compliments aware. I left a sign for him for whenever he gets on. So let's see, you've got a modern building here. You've got a mall that's going to go there. You've got a 1900s train station here. An early, probably say 20s or so general store there. An earlier church. I'm leaving the years up to, the viewer. And then you're probably going to have a 30s or 40s era service station right here. So I'd say there's a rather unique collection of buildings here. and I can assure you there's totally that for this, I guess you could say, town, it's common for buildings of different eras to just randomly pop up. It's a normality here. So don't question it. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lay out the gravel. I'm making this little spot that I'm working on have a dirt road. To kind of give it a little bit of a rural feel. I might actually see if I can get permission to plant some trees throughout. Give it a more countryside type feel. A kind of countryside, small town type community type feel. Like I want this to be kind of like a rural-like town. The one that you would only find out in the middle of nowhere that maybe has a population of like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people. I'd prefer something like that, something unique, something different. And I'm making this look like that at one point it was paved like a lot of older roads were with cement, but of course over time that's degraded to essentially what you see now. I'm going to have I guess you could say a kind of sewer thing here, so... You can see why these look like older storm drains. All right. Now I'm just going to have, like I say, a simple fence. Because technically, this service station in Talmo just has a massive parking lot on a good 90% of its area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the road a little bit to give me a bit more breathing room in case I want to build something else beside it. Because believe me when I say, Talmo is, when I'm in every sense of the word, a very small town. It's got a very small main street. Now, it may have a good-sized population, but that doesn't mean that they live in the city limits. Probably going to give this rest of this road a bit of the same cracked and old pavement treatment scattered throughout, because I want this to look like what you would have seen, you know, pre-asphalt, before everybody started dumping tar to make roads, you know. Like, see a good example. Look here. So you've got the main road here, and then it just devolves into this. So you could say that at one time this was, you know, the middle of nowhere part of town where you first drove in, and now it's like the development is encroached upon it. That's what I want it to represent here. You know, just modern development or semi-modern development has come in and it's just, you know, taken over, really. Only reason to say these were here is, say, you know, they were owned by families who didn't die out until enough time had passed to where the buildings would become, you know, something that would be worth saving. So that's why they're there, you know. They, in a way, have become a kind of historic thing, you know. I don't know. That's my story behind it, really. You got, I mean, that's, again, left up to the viewer or somebody who looks at the build. I say they're custom builds, but, you know, anybody could make there be like a story behind them and for why they're still there. Yes, and this is the groundbreaking, so this is all going to be, what you call it, gravel. This will be a gravel lot, save for where the station will be. And it's raised off the ground. It's got river stone foundation blocks. Around it, so underneath the building, so I know for a fact it's not sitting on flat ground. It's on a hill, you can tell when you look at the pictures. And the roof, I could tell, it curves up inwards, so it's got a slight A-frame design with a flat-topped roof. That should be interesting to see. And I'd say that's enough space. Now the fun part, having all the dumping all the gravel. Now I'm debating on which way I want this facing. I could have it facing this way, or I could have it so that the pumps face this way, like in the real Talmo where you're coming into town, except the other difference is the station's actually on the right of the road. Here, it's going to be on the left. The Townsville Depot has also been relocated and is on the left. I think it's like a museum now or something. I don't know. But I know it's right there where there's an intersection between two small roads. So I know that much. It's literally a corner service station. It is right there on the corner of two roads. And it's really small. Now again, I don't know if it's original to the town or if somebody went in and actually built it. If they built it, I give them points because that's impressive. But, you know, you never know. You never know. Yeah, speaking of towns. I actually went up to Conyers yesterday for the annual Cherry Blossom Festival. I didn't get much of anything except for like a water, but yeah, I thought it was going to be in downtown, but no, it's actually at an equestrian park, a horse park. So, yeah, that was interesting. My mom, her mother, and I, her mother, well, my mom, her mother, my sister, and a friend of hers, all of us went. We had a decent time. It was nice. Alright. Now I'm going to make all of this whole lot just gravel for now. I'll go back in later and put, you know, all of the old and cracked pavement and stone and whatnot in later on. And there were no painted parking lines. This was just essentially a, it was just an asphalt, I guess you could say, slab, where there were no parking lines. You could just park wherever, you know? Kind of like a back lot, basically. And there we go. I'd say that's enough space. Let's get to work. I don't know the exact dimensions of the structure. I'll just say that straight off. I don't know the exact dimensions. But looking at it, you know, that's based off an old Texaco station. That's obvious. But you can see it's got fieldstone foundations. Meant to help keep it level. It's got 2 windows on the front and a single door. No windows on the sides, none on the back. It's got a sloping roof that goes inwards. But I'm thinking it's flat at the top, unless it's like this, where it curves up in front and is a simple curve all the way up top. You know what? Let me go and get into Google Maps. That'll also help me a bunch. Hey, Kevin. Hey, creative name. Alright, let me go to maps and just look up Talmo. Let's see. Also, Orca Whale. Talmo, Georgia. I'm curious if they have... Yeah, see, there's the depot. I photographed the depot. Hello, B. Yeah, well, I was right. It's a small town. There's only like 270-something people living there. I'd say that's small enough. Mexico Station replica. I'm betting that's what that is. It's a replica. Okay, so yeah, there it is. Oh, there. So there's the station. Doesn't help, though, that it's a really small picture, but I think, actually, I'm probably going to add this to the, list of reference material, because I do not think it'd be hard for the Rails Unlimited team to actually model this at all. I mean, the gas pumps and the sign, probably, but the building itself, that's a fairly simple structure. That could be modeled easily. I mean, really, there's a town like this could be modeled easily. It's got this old service station. It's got the depot. It's got a first responders building with a siren. It's got a post office, a little locally run sandwich shop, what I think was another old store, and then another store behind that on another road. Yeah, but that's it there. That's what another one would have looked like. Yeah, so see, these were, I get the kind of stations you'd see in really, really small towns. And see, there's the other old store there. Sorry, what? You cut out. Hello? Kevin, did anybody join? Hello? Well, that's not what I meant. Kevin, your thing is cutting out really bad. Check all those cars out, my friend. Okay, here we go. Here's Talmo. This is literally, no joke, the main street right here. Talmo Market Grill, that's the little cafe. There's the church. I'm actually going to go into Street View. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, you can't go in the church? What? Oh, no, you can't. It's just not marked. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad church at all, actually. Yeah, and of course, the depot. They moved the depot. In fact, I think this lot right here was where the depot used to be. Or it could have been where the first responder station is now. I don't know, but currently the trackage here is the old Gainesville Midland Railroad, so that's CSX's Midland sub. The station is, the service station is right here. In fact, there it is. So yeah, I was right. It's an A-frame roof with the ends coming in. Alright, so that helps. And again, here's where it looks like there may have been 2 other gas pumps. Because you can see where they would have been when you look at the old foundation. So I'm wondering if this was like, if there was an older service station here, I'm wondering if maybe it had 4 pumps and a larger building. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this... I can't tell if this is a replica of a station that was here beforehand, or if maybe this was where the station used to face. I don't know. I really don't know, but they censored the sign. Why would they censor the sign? That makes like no sense. No sense whatsoever. And I love how in Google Maps you can see there's just different times. That's funny. What the devil? Creative, really, bro? I'm trying to build a station here. I'm looking at reference pictures. Give me a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to use cobblestone because that's basically the closest thing you've got to fieldstone around here. And like the station in real life, I'm going to have it facing so when you drive in, you'll see it. Again, in real life, it's on the right side, but in this case, I'm building it on the left. Okay, so I think there's another problem. There's no blueprints for stuff like this. I'd say you could do a 3-block thing here for the pump foundations, and then more for the supports. I could do field stone for this. All right, so that'd be what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm probably going to make it a bit bigger than real life so I can have room for this. No, Jesse built that. Jesse built that. Alright, so the pumps will be here, and I'm going to put trapdoors as a kind of marker so I know exactly where those are going to go. So the field stone is here. And since you can't paint I wish they'd make it so you could paint the fences, like paint them different colors. That'd be neat. Mojang, you better listen to me for that. I think what I'm actually going to do to give this a bit more realism is I'm going to put these in because they're a little bit bigger, as you can see, than the fence posts. Now, that's accurate. That's accurate. Oh, same with stairs, but they don't want anything to be round. It doesn't fit their look. And, of course, these taper up. Oh, hang on. I just noticed something. I just noticed that. Look here. I can't tell what those say. I wish they could have gotten... Yeah, those signs are obscured. I can't read what they say. I've got video of this, but I don't know how well it'll be. And I only got a picture of it from the side, and that's a blurry picture due to it being due to the time of day. It was dark, near dark when I got it. Got the sign barely. I've got the pumps. I know I've got the pumps. You can see also there's a fieldstone step there, just a very crude step with a seat. There's an old sign out front. So I'm thinking it was maybe a tiny, tiny, store too. Like maybe only a few things on the shelves, and of course you just go in there to pay for gas and just get out, The pumps are going to be the more difficult thing to model because you've got the round porcelain logos on top. I'm going to see if there's any other images online of this thing. Yeah, it's like an old Canopy gas station. Now, let me see. God, it'd be neat to see this in the game, in Rails Unlimited. It could be done. You just have to have a lot of time and a good number of people who are good at modeling. Yeah, I'm glad that a few people actually have saved some of these. Like that one there looks like it's still in use. That's nice. That's very nice. Oh man, but that was torn down. That's a shame. It's supposedly from the 1940s. Yeah, but of course, I was thinking it was a recreation too, because to be fair, usually the store building, even on a station that size, would be a lot bigger. You would have a lot more storage space too. I don't think of it, unless it was a really, really tiny community with, say, maybe like 20, 30 people, then yeah, I could understand it being that small. But if a town of like 273 people, you need a little bit more storage. You need a little bit more space for your product, City Delta, I did not come for your logo. I came for the freaking thing. Oh my goodness. Ah, there we go. Brake service, wheel balancing, and road service. So that was an early full-service station. They would have just done it right there at the pumps back then. There's actually still one or two stations like that left. They're very hard to find, but they're there. Believe you me, they're there. I've seen them, or I've heard of them. localized for you in this specific area. I'll be. That's what you call, that's truly some localized service you got there. Alright, so I've got this. We're going to need to have it come around like this. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit, because what I'm going to try and use... Yeah, diorite. They don't have quartz fencing. That would help out a bit. What? Oh, thank you, creative. Yeah, they don't have, like... Oh, that bugs me. They do not have quartz walls. If they had quartz walls, then that'd be great. But you can already tell what I'm going to build the building out of then. Quartz. That's the only way you can do it now. Ah, boy. Ah, boy. Now, don't worry, I know what I'm doing here because they actually do. I can see where the boards come out on the ends. And I'm actually going to extend this out to actually put the Texaco sound on this side. Actually, I'm going to move this whole thing before I get ahead. I'm going to move it over a bit so that the sign will be along the roadside so you can see it, so it's not obscured by the building. It's like no survivors. Where did the stories come from, I wonder? Yeah, this is the first build I've actually tried to do where I have actual reference material from when I actually visited it. Yeah, I tried doing that with the Cafe in Juliet. I've scrapped that. I can't build it on Minecraft because, well, you can't build diagonal lines, you know? Now what I'm going to try and do is I think I'm actually going to make this have a little bit more color. Of course, it's not white, so it's going to... I mean, it's going to look ridiculous given that I'm only able to use what I've got, but who says that's a bad thing, right? I know I had a wide enough, like, berth for cars to come in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put blocks right in here, and I'm going to try and put these signs. Again, this is not going to be exact because we don't have, you know, quartz walls. So you can kind of see how that is annoying me. Keep in mind, this is just on the edge. I may actually build it with sandstone or something. I'm sorry. This is what annoys me. The game could have a few more blocks for say quartz. They've got walls for the bricks and the cobblestone, but they don't have them for quartz. They've got it for sandstone, not quartz. It annoys me. It really annoys me. See, the first sign says good thing I saw that. Now, I think what I'm probably going to do later is I may end up I think what I may do later is I'm probably going to go and just make this, say, like a sandstone structure. Kind of like the hardware store. I don't know, or maybe a birch one. I don't know. Any luck? Kevin? Kevin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Alright, I didn't know I couldn't hear you.
I was watching movie clips of 2012.
I see. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. I've just decided to build it with wood. Now I'm just putting the fencing down to give me a reference as to how much room I've got. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the fence post in the ground, that mark where the pumps will be. And where I want to try and give some details for like where the pipes would come up at for the gas lines.
This is too. Well,
Gavin, I can hear your stuff playing in the background, man. Just letting you know. So the pumps basically on the front are red, save for the white Texaco star emblem. Other than that, they're mostly there. I'll be right back. Yes? Sorry about that, I'm back. I'm soaked because I had to take care of our birds, our chickens. Heck, actually, my mom had one hatch today in the incubator. Yeah, I'm moving over to Bright Sun. So for those who know me who are in the chat, ha ha, nicely done, creative. Doesn't help when you put your intentions in the live chat. I can see that, you know. Also, I'm in Bright Sun's gaming chat, so if you guys want to talk, now's your chance to squawk, so to speak. CB terms that meant talk, so there you go. Alright, I got the pumps. I think that's how you spell it. If not, I'm an idiot. Okay, yep, there it goes. Of course it's Texaco. It's got the Lone Star, for God's sakes. And it'd be dual-sided, I think. I don't know. I don't know if these pumps were dual-sided. They may have been, so I'm gonna just put that on the same sign on these two. Texaco. I can't remember. I think Texaco is still around, isn't it? Or is it no longer an independent gas company? I don't know. I tell you, it'd be nice if they had something you could do for like a star pattern that isn't a banner. Actually, creative, if you're still watching the live stream, is there a chance you could try and make a banner that has the Texaco thing on it, or is that all a pre-made banner thing? I'm curious now, because that'd be a great help. And I think what I'm going to do for these, I don't think I can do them. No, I can't. Dang it! I was going to try and put some white banners on the sides, but oh well. I'm actually going to try and move these pumps now. The reason for that is because the actual hoses face inwards. I noticed that when I was taking pictures. The hoses face in. So I'm going to have to redo these signs again. There we go. Hello? Hello? Who all we got? Oh, it's Creative. How are you? Gonna get some light on the subject, seeing as the bottom's falling out in my home state.
Sorry, I had to wait a second.
That's fine.
How do I build this?
What? What?
Give you a link. Also, what's the invite to your Discord server?
Would I get banned for sending it?
Just DM me. Probably not. Just DM me.
Just does it, gets banned anyway. I'm gonna warn you, it's not exactly active. It's only usually active whenever I'm doing this, like live streaming. I kid you not, that's literally the only time it's ever got any kind of activity, is if I'm doing any kind of live streaming. Is that the station? Because if it is, I already found it. Okay, so the actual station sign.
Did you see the link I sent you?
Yeah, the Google Maps link, I saw it.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can go back.
If you looked in the stream earlier, you'd see I actually, there's actually an old high school I photographed in Monroe. I think it's a wedding venue now. Tell me, how can you make the custom banner type things?
You take like I'm just gonna show you an example. You take a white banner or any other banner, and you take blue loom and some dye.
Well, I get that. I get
Write
that.
in black.
Hang on, hold on. What? Oh, the bottom fell out.
You need the banner and loom. Now I'm just gonna show you an example.
Well, let me just say this. Hold on. I'll be right back. What? Oh, I know. I see it. I can see it. I can hear it. I mean, I still got stove, so it's not like it really matters. Probably gonna be getting some breakfast in a minute. My mom's fixing some eggs. It'd be nice if there's a way to make like the Texaco sign, but I don't have enough banners.
The only problem with that is that it
Well, the problem, yeah. Plus, it's a star, and you can't. There's no plug-in or mod to actually take, say, real life logos and paste them in. You know. I mean, if they had that for like a map, that'd be great. But we.
map art box, I think. You can always, if you have a hacked client, you can get a bear account.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta get breakfast. I'll be right back. Again.
Okay.
Hey, I'm hoping that works out. Yeah, I got some scrambled eggs and some buttered toast for my breakfast to this morning.
So you want to know how to make little like banners like this?
I saw it.
Make it smaller. Put Tuxedo logo on it, unless you make that work.
Well, if you can make something small, that'd be great. I mean, do you have the logo? It's a relatively well-known logo, so I'd imagine it wouldn't be too difficult to make.
Yes, you could, but maybe the small scanners can make. I wish they make capsize scanners.
Well, usually this sign is taller than the station just by a bit, so you can see it from the road.
Yeah, yeah. What were you saying about the link I sent you?
I don't get it. Are you? Wait, what was it? The link to the service station? Because I've already been to it.
Did you actually click on the link?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm putting my own custom Texaco sign in place, or something that would resemble it. See, I know it's a white colored sign. I know that much. So there's. Hang on a minute. There we go. We've got a ridiculously oversized Texaco sign. All right, let me see. I know I can do a really basic star logo. Or at least have the green T. That'll probably... Yeah, I'll just get the green T. That'd probably be for the best, don't you think?
no. Sorry, I'm kind of just messing around with that.
And of course the 5-point star, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not what I need. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it! I'll just leave the emerald T. Would that probably be better? I'm trying to just make a little basic Texaco logo, and I can't do it because it's like... Well, it's now just a massive freaking circle. Go figure. I love this. This will probably get to the point where it's just no longer able to be used. I'm trying to get this to make at least a basic star. That looks literally not. Nah, that just. Whew. I'd have to make this a 1-to-1 scale model, which would be a ridiculous amount of time. You know what? I'm just saying, it's getting to where I'm getting kind of annoyed. Take note, I'm trying to build all this before I build the actual station.
Oh, that's a huge sign.
I know, and it's a bit of an issue.
I wish I would have this big building would have not built it right next to mine. Build.
Well, I hate it. It's annoying because, you know, the Texaco logo is a star with a T in the center. A red star with a T in the center. It's got Texaco in black letters over at the top.
Yeah. You could always get a baritone bot to make map art, but that would take hours. I mean, it would just be a bot doing it, but still.
Yeah, I don't even know how that would work. And I don't want to use a hack client because I don't want my computer getting hacked. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good. And the thing is, if you also do map art, you can see it from a little map they build. Like, I'll make some little letters right here. You should be able to see it. I'm just gonna stop it yet. I'm not gonna make the whole logo. What did I do? Oh. Clean my you should see these little specks and there's something on and look, so speck on my monitor.
Hold on. What?
I was telling Thomas and David to break down all the dishes.
Okay. No. God, the pollen is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. This gas station is starting to take shape.
What?
So this gas station is starting to take shape.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have enough room there?
Maybe.
It actually looks like it. You know, let's just cut this out.
I mean, look it up. Texaco Station, Talma, Georgia. And look at images of it. It's not big at all. It's not big at all.
Oh, I looked on it earlier.
I'll be back. All right. Yeah, I figured Rez already has a gas station. I'm not doing this to keep up with the Joneses. I wanted to build something again anyway.
They turn. Oh, no. When you click on the little station, it shows a grill in Street View. Like a grill and bar. If you're in Street View and you click on the little gas station where it shows the little food icon, sign that
That's not. No. That's not the gas station. That's a little. That's actually one of the little stores that was converted into a little restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Maps, wait. That'd be funny if that actually still worked. Man, I can't tell if the roof is gray or green. I can't tell. Looks like it's got a kind of greenish patina to it. So what I'm going to do here next is I'm going to cheat a bit, and I'm going to build the roof on top of this quartz line here. Now this is just so that you can still read the signs, because it drapes down over the signs a little bit. Since it uses a kind of tin roof, I'm going to use the andesite stairs to replicate that. I'd imagine this would carry over to the rest of the structure, too. I don't get why everybody's trying to leave. Here's something interesting.
I'm back.
Alright, now here's something interesting. The roof actually if you look underneath the actual roof, or the canopy, you'll see the roof actually taper, the underside taper up with the roof. So I want to try and replicate that. So I'm doing that here, where the canopy just stops.
Can't really see that on Street View.
No,
Trying to.
I'm talking about the live stream.
Oh, Oh, you're talking to the live stream.
Yeah, that, and of course I'm showing the frickin' the roof. Now, I personally, from what I can see, it comes up at a point and then it just stops. It just stops.
I have this muted because I can't deal with the echo.
Did anyone else just join?
No. If you press tab, you can see all the people online on the server.
I'm talking about in Discord.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Probably, maybe. No one knows. And the inside's painted white, so the inside of the canopy is painted white, so I'm replicating that here.
And then I think mine's just invisible, so it wouldn't even show if I'm online or not.
Do, 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 do.
Yep, that's all five. I didn't know if you still had a Patreon though. Oh, it's all the roll.
Yeah, I'm demoing the top point in the roof because because of many reasons. Mainly because it tapers off to a point in real life, but here that would look ridiculous. Oh, I almost forgot. The sign had lamps.
Oh, if you pay $1 per month, you get VSS videos early.
What, on Nebula?
Podcast.
It's like, Nebula, the place to take your money. No, I'm just kidding. Hello. Oh. Blech. All right. Now for the fun part, because technically the building's on a kind of hill. I know this because I've looked at pictures and I could see it when I was there. It's got a kind of odd shape to it. It's got, like, say, a stone here. I don't know, maybe a stone here. And it's all to keep the building level. That's what I noticed when I looked at it. And I'm going to keep true to that here. I'm going to let there be, field stones.
Oh yeah, what is the point of this little trap door? I just see the bedrock.
Storm drains.
Oh,
They represent storm drains that you would see in the road. Early ones, albeit, but still storm drains nonetheless. Anyway!
that was loud.
Sorry. Now, the building itself is a very, very, very simple design. There's only 2 windows in the entire structure, and they're on the front, the whole front side.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wish whoever built this giant structure would have at least talked to me first. I'm building this massive tower right next to my little tiny build.
I'm pretty sure Jesse got the go-ahead from the guys. I can understand why, though. He's...
Yeah, I know that much, but right next to mine.
Well, don't get mad, dude. He didn't mess up your build.
I know, but it's just.
If you see a sign out front, please leave it. That was something I left for him.
I was gonna build more onto it, but well,
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
the building has this odd, like, just stone step, kind of like a bench type thing that I noticed. Now I'm cheating again because this isn't like it is on the real structure. It's got this, it's kind of like, I'm looking here. It's got like a rock staircase type thing. If you look on my screen, you can see it. It's kind of like a really crude rock step.
I want to live stream. Oh, yeah, I'm not watching live stream.
Huh.
I haven't muted actually.
I'm trying to read this. It's like something localized for you in something area. I can't read the sign. That's what I'm hating. Oh, hold on. Here we go. I take that back.
Localized for you.
Texaco gasoline, localized for you in this.
In this something area.
I think it's defying or specific. I don't know.
I think this is localized for you in this driving area.
Driving area? That's surprising. But it makes sense.
That's what it says.
Well, I'm going to need to replicate that. I'll just have a sign that says it.
Yeah, there's still a basement sign. Yeah, it's still pretty self-stored, but they didn't miss the sign. That's all I can read.
Hello. Forgive me, who is this again?
This is a new person.
Yeah.
Hello, Atlas.
Yeah, I've never seen him before on the server.
This looks like somebody. So it looks like somebody used that meme where it's like they rejected human, became monkey from the freaking GIF or whatever it is.
Wait, speaking of
GIF, whatever it is.
I'm gonna stream something.
Don't. If it's copyrighted, I can't listen to. Listen, if it's copyrighted, I can't use it.
It's not copyright. It's not music. It's a game. Like I'm just gonna be streaming a game.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think cussing's fine if you're doing that shit. I would think.
Let's see here.
Because there might be cussing. Just saying.
I think people on my stream are used to that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the inside of the store looks like, but I'm gonna just assume it's like this. It's probably gonna be a very, very basic store due to the space.
Oh, there's a column.
Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Sure, I have enough room for what I'm about to do. Good.
Now, I'm gonna just say for a minute that this store just has the same roof, like the roof just carries over.
Yeah, that's what it looks like on TV.
Are you guys like building a city?
It's a Texaco station that I remember seeing in Talmo, Georgia.
Yeah, if you have Minecraft, drop
Georgia,
it
oh my
The job
my.
said it had an
Yeah.
update and it just uninstalled itself, so. Rest in peace, job.
on. You just re-downloaded it.
I'm too lazy right now.
Yeah. Too lazy, my ass.
To be honest, I gotta fix my computer. There's something wrong with it, honestly, I don't know what.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
VR and the Oculus drivers crashed, and now my disc is putting out full output, but instead of saying 100 on Task Manager, it's saying 50%, but it's still putting out full output.
Oof.
Well, that's interesting.
Sounds like a bit of an issue.
It's not an issue, because I mean, if it's pulling out full output, it's still fine, technically.
No, that's weird. Just make sure you have a backup of your files in case something does happen to the hard drive.
I don't need to back up the files, I got everything on a it's a password to lock, so it's fine.
I know there's like this weird like seat thing.
Let's see here. We're gonna do this. Get started. Open.
I don't see what you're talking about when you say there's this little.
There's like a little like seat that they just put out there. Look on my screen, my live stream, and you'll see it. It's right here on the map.
Oh. Yeah, that's weird. I'm on the street here and I don't see it. If you go to December 2020, you don't see it anymore.
Son of
It looks
Ah,
like it's dumped there.
shit. This button. Good, okay, now I'm good. So now, what I can do is this,
Time is gone.
this,
The song is over. Thought there'd be more I'd have to say.
okay. It's because it's minimized. Oh no. Jesus Christ, that guy's mic sucks.
Let me see, what type of door do they have on this thing? Time is gone, the song is over. Thought that we might have to sleep.
That monkey is going legit crazy. Oh, fuck. Green monkey! I found a green monkey!
What the hell?
I was thinking the same thing.
Monkey's over there!
I don't, Atlas, what the bloody hell are you doing?
Flying monkey.
Could you elaborate? I don't understand.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me get up to the tree.
You're gonna die.
Sorry, 'cause I can't.
You're gonna die.
Jesus Christ, that guy's getting ragey. Oh my god. That was terrible. What were you saying?
Nothing.
You asked me about the
It was nothing.
You were asking me about the game? Hold on. On my keyboard. Keyboard's somewhere here on my desk. That button. There we go. Who is that? I don't think I'm streaming the right thing. Hold up. Screens. Screen 1. Let's see that. Let's see. Now can you guys see?
Maybe.
Maybe? Mr. Gorilla.
No, what is that game?
It's called Gorilla Tag. It's for Oculus VR and Rift S.
I don't have an Oculus or anything, so.
Now I'm adding my little details to the structure. It's mostly done because I don't know what else would have been inside.
Are you guys like on the server or some sort?
Yes,
We're on a Minecraft server.
Survival?
creative.
And, creative. If you go to the pinned messages on hashtag game, this is one of the mods from the IP in the chat.
I'm actually having to use my arms. Ah! Oh my god, I love this game. It's really fun.
You'll be seeing here.
Oh, well, you see, when you see my website, it's in third person, but I'm in first person, so it's even more fucking growing up and nauseous.
Use this, you can see better.
I already put lamps in, dude.
You can see better if you use that.
I blame you for the. No, just kidding.
I'm going on top of that tree house one way or the other.
Now I'm just at. By the way, now I'm just adding my little details.
Drink the milk.
Dude, I'm. Yeah!
I sometimes stream, but I don't stream this types of games. Oh my god. It's tough. What if I just did this? Okay, then grab my hands and then...
I don't exactly know what all would have been.
Actually,
Yeah, I don't know what all would have exactly been in here, but I can probably make a little bit of a guess.
Did you say you've been down to this location, or?
Yes, but I didn't get a chance to see if there was actually anything inside the building. If it's a recreation, then there may not be anything at all, but which allows for the use of creative liberty like I'm doing here. If it did have something inside, well then I wouldn't have seen it because it wouldn't be there.
I would never be able to build in Minecraft. I have no creativeness.
It comes with it. That's more of a acquired taste, really. Excuse me, creative. You're in the way. Thank you. I'm just gonna say it was like say, dude, you move.
Okay, I'm just getting right here.
I like writing stuff, like scripts and other stuff. I write stories that are like 200 pages long.
Have you thought of getting them all published in like a compilation?
My version of the I Survive series.
I'm guessing yours is a lot darker then, right?
What? Well, what, sorry?
I said I'm guessing your version's a lot darker.
Oh yeah, my version is the kid basically. He doesn't die. He basically he goes out of his life. It's based off of the 1888 snowstorm, South Dakota, and at the end he basically suffocates in snow.
You just said he doesn't die, but that means he died.
Yeah, and then he was actually found by his parents in a big ice from him.
Oh, yeah.
One time I actually created my own little language out of weird symbols and shit.
Yeah. I feel like we've all done that at some point. There's boards in school just need a little weird language.
Yeah. It's actually pretty easy sometimes, but...
Let me see. I'm trying to think. What else could I put in here?
If we're like writing notes in class to each other, the teacher, if they ever find us writing notes, they can't read it.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
Sure. I never like wrote notes in class, but I heard people.
I wrote like 400-page stories in class. Like one time, my science class is about an hour long, and I wrote like 10 pages of just a story about someone getting their head exploded off by a fucking experiment gone wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't need to hear that today. Nah, that's not dark at all. Nah, I'm being sarcastic. That's really fucking dark, dude.
I should have said Capricorn off, but you know, like the weird Einstein GIF where the potion explodes and a hair goes right up with like the gray smoke on his face.
No, can I send it in the hashtag voice chat? Can you?
I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Just imagine like a chimney cleaner, like how they have like the soot all over their face and their hair is up.
So basically, it's like imagine Doc Brown, but after an experiment went awry and he just got blown up, basically.
Well, he didn't die, no, he just had a lot of stuff on his face for sure. Not all my stories have a bad ending.
Yeah, you're dark. That's totally dark.
What? How is that dark? His experiment went wrong. He never died. He just had stuff all over his face. He didn't die. That's not dark. I could write scripts, but scripts are harder than just writing a story because you have to basically write something.
Time is gone, the song is over. Thought there'd be more I'd have to say.
road that this corner is on. Maybe make it like go underneath the people mover.
People mover.
It's an elevated railway.
Yeah.
Isn't that in Chicago?
It's kind of like Chicago and Disney put together, yeah.
I've never been to Disney World, but out.
I've never been, period. I've never been to Disney World at all.
I've been twice, and that was when I was 4 and like 6. So I barely remember it. I mean, if you ever had Exit, it's nice bringing them there because it's like, very family friendly, and it's also a good vacation place because you're in Florida. But
Florida man!
besides that, I mean, else besides
Florida
it's like you're going to
man!
Adventure Park or Action Park for the week.
Florida man doing crazy sh. Imagine being a Florida man having to do crazy sh.
Here's a more relatable park as an Action Park, Six Flags. There you go. Sit down, Action Park. Going stupid slow. I got nothing else to do. No! Okay. Has anybody met Jake?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought this Discord is like one of those like. I thought this Discord is like basically the YouTuber sets it up and then everybody talks, but nobody talks to him. Some Discords are like that. Ow! I hit my chest.
They need to turn off weather cycle on the server.
Now this is where just creative liberty takes its place right about now.
Creative liberty.
Yeah, the store I'm building, there's no real... I don't have any idea of what's inside, so... I'm using my creative liberty to figure out, to just take a guess.
Are you building like an exact town replica?
Just the store.
Because I know there's at least one people that are building the whole entire Earth on 1-to-1 scale or something crazy. Anybody seen that?
Oh yeah, River, by the way, you don't have to actually record the stream. You can bring in OBS or something.
I've tried OBS. I could never get it to work, and when I did get it to work, it was so bad quality-wise that it wasn't really worth keeping the recordings. Plus, it lags.
Actually, it's... Wait, are you trying to record your streams while you're streaming?
No, I'm using my phone to live stream.
Oh, for...
No, I'm using my phone to live stream. I can't live stream through my computer because our internet cannot handle a streaming software being open, the game I'm streaming being open, and then YouTube being open, and then Discord being open all at the same time. I don't have that kind of internet power.
Are you sure it's because of your internet or just your computer
What
not
you
being
could
able to handle that
do,
much?
what you could do is if your computer can't handle that much, you can put your, I forget what it's called, but some like weird.
My computer's a laptop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
That could be.
I'll
That could
I'll send
probably
you the
be
link
why.
to it.
How do I stop?
No, I don't want to. No, I'm trying to use Control F.
Oh man. Yeah, his documentaries are really good here. That's why I joined.
Yes, these documentaries are very good.
Anybody watch Company Man?
Well, sometimes I have my notification.
Like,
I usually get bored like halfway through. And move on to something else. But yeah, his videos are pretty cool.
yeah, I do not have
how bad
creativity.
it really is as a company.
I wish I did have creativity, but I don't. I would join you guys, but
Yeah. And you just basically have to. I just built a family video because they went abandoned recently. Basically, just built a bunch of abandoned stores. Somebody built a Circuit City. There's a railroad station. River Preserver, he makes amazing builds in the server. He goes by Broomed on Minecraft, but he makes some amazing builds.
okay, that's off. Now it's charging. I wish I could do this, but I don't know how to edit. But I like doing map stuff. Like if anybody's heard of the channel, World According to Briggs. That one's really cool.
Alright, I just got the store's inventory set up.
It'd be cool if I could like do recording, like, cause I do Google Maps stuff a lot without using GeoGuessr, and I basically plop myself in the middle of the United States, and I have to get to this certain place away from where I spawned, and any maps and just knowledge.
Let me see, where
I don't think
is the armor?
Oops, I just created a group chat. I didn't know you could create group chats in Discord. I know you can create servers, but I didn't know you could create group chats.
Yeah. Although Microsoft wants to buy us, and so
Probably shut us down.
Instantly.
They better. I hope there's enough opposition to say that is not a good idea.
Well, I know, but Microsoft is going to buy us because apparently
They won't ever, dude. It's hey.
from Walmart.
Can I say something?
Wait, Walmart owns TikTok?
Can I say,
Yeah.
y'all? Can I please say something? I think I know why they're trying. It's because they're doing it because it's a popular platform.
Yeah, well, yeah. And because it's a competitor to Skype, so maybe
The
they
CEO
want Skype and
of
Discord.
Microsoft owns Skype. I hope you know.
I know, but
What's stupid is like they might. I'm worried they're going to make it. They're going to take the platform and ruin it. That's what I'm worried about.
They are. That's
hopefully
why
not.
everybody in the
Well,
Discord
if
I
they do,
talk to
there
thinks
should
Well,
be
you know,
a
you guys can do something to say that it shouldn't be a good idea. That y'all can do say, hey, this ain't a good idea. We don't agree with it. Here's why. Don't.
I actually kind of like the idea of Microsoft buying Discord.
Well, then you can kiss me. Well, then you can kiss. Can I say something? If they do buy it, I'll just be blunt. You could kiss the chances of me being on here often. Goodbye. It's literally like freaking IBM back in the 80s. They wanted everything.
Oh, I'm surprised the American government hasn't shut Put Microsoft down for monopolizing.
Dude, the reason the freaking government hasn't shut them down is because every damn corporation in America is a damn monopoly now. So they're pretty much free of any wrongdoing if they can pay out enough money.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, but that's the damn truth of it.
I think
They can get away-
Microsoft
I mean-
has improved over the last couple years.
The problem with these freaking corporations is those who are running them, right? You know, have enough money to where they can just basically bribe themselves out of any wrongdoing. You'd be surprised at just how freaking crazy the world is. People can get away with anything if they have enough money.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking hate about it. Makes me mad every day.
I think that maybe Microsoft and this should partner up instead of just straight up buying them, but
They're not going to do that. They just want it for the money. It's that simple.
but they could put like Discord on Xbox and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they'd probably make it a freaking pay-to-talk service where you can't speak on there unless you pay a certain amount every month.
I don't really know. Well, I think Microsoft learned the hard way from buying out Skype, so who knows?
Hey, could you,
Maybe.
do you want to help me make this a bit more detailed, like the parking lot?
I'm not really good at doing stuff like that, but yeah, I sure can try.
Alright, I'm going to get some of the wall blocks, and I'm going to make there be, like, drain pipes.
Sorry if my mouse is really loud. I have this horrible mouse that got bundled with the...
Hey, it's fine. Hey, dude, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and I know this is going to look ridiculous, but
Yeah, I've got ridiculous stuff on the server. I made a thing with just a bunch of nether portals and somebody got rid of it and built this tower here. I know Jesse built the tower, but...
hey, I'm making drain pipes for the building right now.
I don't know. You probably should, because it does kind of blend on the outside, so... Yeah, that might add a little bit of character. You can also do what you did with the other builds. You built, put like anvils outside.
That's just to block off the building, so you know if you're driving, you're no longer in the way of the structure.
Whoa! Lightning just struck the building. That's cool.
I think it struck the people mover.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I've never been struck by lightning in Minecraft before.
Well, don't say it because I'm worried you're going to get yourself jinxed now.
It's not that big of a deal. Usually my friends normally keep in the door anyway, so when not, it's like, no. Well. Yeah. Played Minecraft for a long time. Do you also have this issue where your inventory just gets so full of just stuff, so you can go and make a little lava pit and just burn it all?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
There's so much crap in my inventory. Okay, I don't need all this concrete. Paling video build is done, so I don't need blocks used to build it anymore. I'll just burn it all.
I know some of these actually would have a kind of thing where if you hit it, it would ring a bell.
Are you gonna add a little bell system where you...
Nah.
Yeah. Pretty simple to make one of those systems. Since you've seen it raise your structures, you have plenty of room underneath it and build a small redstone circuit.
Well, I'm just talking about for the gas pumps. Sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, some older gas pumps would have a little pedal that the car would hit in the parking lot right by the pump, and it would ring a bell.
Yeah.
I think it was like almost like a kind of service bell or something. I don't know. But I believe it's done now.
Yeah, looks pretty nice.
For what it is, yeah.
I need to talk to the mods about building something else. Do you really have to ask them to build something, or?
I think so, but I figured why not? I mean, it's about time I do a service. This is actually the first service station I've ever built in Minecraft, so this is a first.
The thing is, I should have claimed the land right next to the family video as well, so that
Well,
power
you
would have to go somewhere else.
realize there's a vacant lot literally right across the street, right?
But I wanted to make a strip mall. That's the thing.
You still could, dude. Look here. Come over here to where I'm at.
See, I realize I probably should have marked it, but
Can I talk to you for a minute? You've got a vacant lot right here. You got a vacant lot right here that you could build a strip mall in. To where you have multiple storage spaces with it up. Oh, excuse me.
yeah. I'm pretty proud of my little family video build. It's a cute little structure. It adds a little bit of.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's like I'm building all my builds around the rail line or the people mover. I've already got like 4 pretty much right here beside it. The station, the church, the general store, the gas station, the church, the general store, the train, the park, the train station. Actually, wait, that's 5. God, now I gotta figure out how many builds I've worked on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The tunnel is 6. The hardware store is 7. I've built 7 I've already made like 7 different buildings on this server.
Would you be interested in working together on like a huge build?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and our building styles are really different, so I don't know how it would work.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. People build like just over here trying to do my little banner concrete.
Hey. I would ask if there would have been a way to make my church's bell actually have a ring, but I don't know if it would work. It's just so small.
Yeah, you could. I don't think you could build a redstone circuit small enough to actually ring the bell.
Yeah.
Unless you made like, unless you can make room in the roof, I might be able to build like a small repeating circuit. But
Nah, and besides, we'd have to have a way to make it. We'd have to have a way so it would ring at a certain time and not all the time. And that'd be a bit more complex.
yeah, I feel like just set up a really long redstone clock with a bunch of repeaters so that it would take like a couple of minutes for it to ring again. But I imagine that would be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I might claim the area right straight from the family video.
Well, ask about it now.
Minecraft?
Yes.
I want to see.
What'd you say?
I want to see.
Oh, hey, Halo. How you doing?
You just said.
Right. Well, seeing as the station's now done, I think I'm going to call it a day for the stream. So I'll see y'all later.
Mm.